I just finished the lifestyle inflation video. And now, what shall I talk about? I'm gonna shut my eyes and think about what I'm gonna talk about. Off the dome. Hmm. Okay. So, what I'm gonna talk about today is how to, or how I gain my confidence. Now, I was raised pretty well, you know, pretty messed up childhood, but I was instilled with some pretty good values. It might just be that Southern talking. But I've always had pretty good integrity. So I've never been really able to steal. It's to the point to where if I'm selling something for a company I don't believe in, my sales will be trash. My charisma won't shine through because I don't believe in it. When I believe in something, I just my auntie, this is her house. She was like a social worker. Is it a social worker? Oh fuck it, let's just ask her. Hold on, do the shred. Amy, what was your field of work? I said social worker, but I don't know if that's it.
I'm a teacher assistant now,
What did you do before?
parent specialist.
No, I mean like with Burton and
Oh, home health care.
home health care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm making a little video. I might show you afterwards. Thank you. Okay, so there you have it, home health care. Now, hold up. This might be a little personal. You see that white man right there? This um this white man, Bert, he grew up with the fam, or I grew up with him around. So, but Bert is mentally challenged. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with him, but he was mentally challenged, and he had another friend. I cannot remember his friend's name. I was very young. Um, but yeah, my auntie was getting like she didn't get paid much for doing that. She genuinely did it because she enjoyed helping those people. My whole family is very similar to that. I had times when I was feeding the homeless when I was really young. So understand this. Where I'm going with this, where I got my confidence from. I used to get bullied bad. People used to kick my ass, and they had a Gerald Touch in high school. We might do a video on that Gerald Touch. Let me write that down, as you can see, this is talk about Gerald Touch and transformation. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, it was really bad. I was in athletics. Nobody knew I was athletic. It was elementary school to like middle school. So in Texas, or in my portion of Texas, sixth graders, which is their first year in middle school, they're not allowed to compete in sports. So sixth grade was bad, dude. It was basically just as bad as elementary, but they just didn't have a Gerald Touch. But if you talked to me, you weren't getting talked to. People weren't going to talk to you anymore. Um, but I always had a good heart. That was one thing that I always had. Like somebody would bully me, and they would be having a bad day, and I'd show them, like, hey, You okay? Now I wouldn't recommend that. They're rude to you and they're an adult. Fuck them. However, I got into middle school and people realized I was a really good athlete. Seventh grade year, and the whole dynamic flipped. People were giving me attention and things of that nature. However, I was still very insecure. Just because you get the, you have to understand if you're getting this attention and all things of that other nature, that doesn't necessarily make you confident. That makes you dependent on that attention. You don't you don't want to be dependent on that attention. But luckily, this confidence with a gun, I'm getting to it. It might be drawn out. This confidence came from me having a good heart because now I'm in a position where I'm the leader of the football team. The eighth graders are looking at me and they're like, "This seventh grader is better than us." I don't know how long he's been this athletic, but he's athletic. Okay, I have the opportunity to get revenge on all of them. The bad kids looking at me like, What you need us to do?" I'm gonna go to ISS anyways. I'm gonna go to OC anyways. ISS in school suspension. OC is like the alternative school. What you need us to do? Nah, I'm good, bro. That's where my confidence came from. Because I realized I could pull the trigger and do the bad things y'all did to me. I could whoop your ass now and get away with it. I'm such a good athlete that I'm gonna get away with it. I'm not gonna get in trouble for whooping your ass. You're gonna get in trouble for putting yourself in a position to get your ass whooped by me. Because the teachers know I'm not gonna go out and just whoop nobody's ass. What did you do to get your ass whooped? I'll whoop your ass and hug you afterwards. Southern love. That's where my confidence came from, genuinely. Knowing that I don't need to shit on people to feel good. That doesn't make me feel good. I feel good helping people. Knowing that if anybody secretly hates me, they're just lame, low key. Why do you hate me? I'm trying to help people. Now, work on yourself, improve yourself. Work on your heart. Work on gratitude. Gratitude is an amazing thing. Gratitude journal, bro. Be thankful for what you got, first off. Go out, help the homeless, and things of that nature. And I'm not saying, and it might just be some different with my brain where I get dopamine from that. I'm not saying that I'm not selfish. It genuinely feels good to help people, which in a roundabout way is kind of selfish because I'm doing it to make me feel good. I like it. Get your shit together and help people. You don't gotta break bread. You could wave at a homeless person because a lot of them feel like you're not looking at them. I've been homeless at one point. I stayed with my mother. We gonna go to that story. We gonna do that story. Staying in shelter with mother. Um, from rich to rags, damn near rich to rags. I've lived it all. Socially, I've been the top dog, and socially, I've been the lowest of the low, and socially, I've been in the middle. I've jumped around schools a lot. It varied. So, look, best way I could say, work on your confidence. And people thought I was crazy when I said this when I was younger. I can't remember what age I started saying. I think I was high school. It was high school. And this is when I was the most confident. I did not care. I would go walk up to any woman. It'd be the dudes that everybody's like, man, they so fine. All the girls in the grade love them. And they nervous to go talk to this chick at the track meet. I'm gonna go do it. Cause I ain't never gonna see her again. She bad. I might as well get the number. Oh my god, I don't recommend. I said some really outlandish shit, guys. So I'm gonna also give that lesson. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. Don't do what I did in those situations. Track meet, pulling. All right. But yeah, my confidence. Whatever I said, I'm gonna become a person. I'm gonna get so good at what I do. I'm gonna work on myself so much and work on these things so much that I would fuck me. As a straight man, I would fuck me. Like, you know what point you got to get to be on some shit like that, and that just sparked the constantly improving things of that nature. And then depression hit. I just kind of fell. I actually got an injury, and this is a thing that injury and falling from grace. I got an injury and I became depressed. Because everybody just stopped messing with me, and that was another lesson. That was another lesson. I did begin to depend on that, and I would have said that was my most confident, but it may have just been the attention. I don't want to say anymore, but yeah, work on yourself. Become somebody you would want to fuck. That means physically and mentally. How many times you've heard of, and I know this is difficult for some guys to understand, and this might be difficult for even some women to understand how it's hard to understand for a guy. A lot of men, they don't get any attention. Like, any. None. None. At all. Like, Mr. Invisible. It's more than you think. It's a lot more than you think. AKA Mr. Invisible. You really don't notice them. These guys are hurting, man. These guys are hurting. Um, but man, if you're Mr. Invisible, screw it. They still work out to get the buns. I ain't gonna tell you not to. That anybody who tell you just work out for yourself, I don't really believe them. I don't believe them. I got a girlfriend. I still be working out for the buns. I ain't trying to have nobody take my girlfriend, nigga. I'm gonna stay in shape. And I can't even be mad at her if she dip off. Like, if she dip off, because I'm not improving no more, what can I say? She went and found somebody that's gonna help her grow. So I stay growing. You know what I'm saying? But if you an invisible dude, just start to love the process and love the fruits of your labor as well. You working out, you meditating, you're you're eating well, you're learning how to get the bread away from a 9 to 5 job. So now you have more time to improve yourself. You're gonna look around and women are gonna start looking at you. And it's not just purely physical. Whenever you have a certain energy or aura about you of you being healthy, healthiness in general, as a man or a woman, being healthy is seen as attractive. Look, my side profile, like, y'all seen that video where he's like, as you can see, my jawline is not 95.623 angles. But I can still pull little something. Still working on myself. But you can get there. You can get there. You just gotta start surrounding yourself with a bunch of the the dudes who are like, there's no point. There is no point. There is no point. I gotta figure out the voice. There is no point in working on. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna do a whole character. What are you doing, bro? You're working on yourself and eating better so you can think more clearly? There's no point. Women only want the top guys. Shit, I'm out of shape typing that. Time to drink some Mountain Dew. If you listening to people like that, you will never succeed. Get off the game system and go out into the real world. Feel that anxiety. That anxiety is pushing you. That is innate, your innate instincts telling you to get better. Now, obviously, not all the times, but a lot of the times, that anxiety you feel is saying to go get better. Oh, I'm nervous. That's because now you're testing your energy against the world. That keyboard confidence is not real. So when you go out into the world, you're getting that confidence tested, and that's it's gonna freaking suck. But if you don't want to feel that feeling every time you go out to get some pizza, every time you go out to watch a movie, every time you can't Uber Eats everything, bro. There's gonna be a restaurant you want to try that you gotta go to. Feel that everybody's watching me. Yeah. If you want to turn that everybody's watching me to, I understand. If everybody's watching me, I've become that person. It's not a bad thing. If you can turn that she's looking at me into, oh, she's looking at me. You can do it. I believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? Because that's the only thing that fucking matters. If you believe in yourself. But if you got a bunch of Debbie Downers around you, it's gonna be hard to believe in yourself. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it's gonna be hard. Because that's me putting shit onto you. And I'm wrong for that. It's gonna be easy. Because now that you got this mindset of these Debbie Downers, it's gonna piss you off next time they say that. Because you know damn well that's a healthy lifestyle. Am I lying? Think about all those situations where somebody told you not to do something that was healthy for you, or somebody made fun of you for trying to do something that was healthy for you. I'm not Christian. I'm not gonna say turn the other cheek, walk away, or cuss their ass out. Burn that bridge. Yeah, I've burned a couple bridges on purpose because I say you just crossed the line, and I know it's gonna be hard being alone, but I'm gonna burn that bridge. I'm gonna make a video about that right now. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Soul Tribe to the end of me. Last breath of me. Let's go get it. Come back with it. Get some bread. Get some head. From the state of Texas, so I stay with lead. Ain't I the best rapper y'all ever heard?